Alright, so I'm going to walk you through the process of what you need to do in order to generate a phone number from Google. The first thing that you need to do is go on 10-minute mail and create one of those temporary passwords. Now, once you have done that, then you're going to Google Pinger and the word register. And since my browser here is very limited with all these extensions, it will actually not load. So what I did is I used Firefox. So I clicked on text free, and then what I did was I just copied the link here and I headed over to Firefox. I opened a new tab, or obviously you would open Firefox and you would just head there and click on available on the web. Now, once you click on there, you will see that you're going to sign up for this website right here on Pinger. So you're going to fill out the information. As far as the email itself, you will use the email from 10-minute mail. This one right here, that's where you will get your email. Once you have gone through the process, you will see that it's going to provide you with a phone number here, just like you see here. So what that means is that you're going to go on Google Voice, and you can just go to google.com/voice. Since I'm already logged in as of now, let me log out to show you what I mean. So let's assume that I'm logged out and I'm just registering a completely new account. So let's say that we are here. Let me go ahead and remove this one. So there we go. So we are here. So let's say that we are creating a very fresh account. And on here, you can just use fake information as well. The only thing that needs to be the same is the number that you see here. So you're going to input that number that Pinger is going to provide you right here. And as far as your email, I would recommend that you use a mail.ru email in case if you need to reset your password on Google. So once you've successfully submitted that information, you will be allowed to log in to your Gmail account, and that's how you verify your Gmail account. So as you will see, here I am, and one of the first things that you need to do if you want to register a phone number from Google Voice is that you want to get a voice number. And you will see that one of the first things that is going to ask you is a number to forward the phone calls in which the numbers will be based on. So what I did was I used an app on my phone, an app called Talkatone. And if you have a smartphone or a tablet, you can actually install this on your phone, and it will provide you with a free phone number. So the whole idea here is that we are going to use that phone number to use as our forwarding email to put here on Google Voice. And once you have done that, you will be at this step in which you see here in front of us. And you can just search any specific numbers, and we will search just a random one here. So as you saw, it was giving us an error, so I went back and I had clicked on this previously before, so I went back after I searched for 202, and you will see that it says that we get like an error or something. So I went back and I clicked on I want to use my mobile phone number. So the number that you will be using here is the number that the app Talkatone will be providing you with a number, and that's the number that you'll be inputting in there. So let's see what happens. And as we can see, let's see what it says. So you'll see here I input my phone number provided to me by Talkatone, and it's giving me options. I'm going to select Get Google Voice Lite, and you will see that it's going to call the phone number, which is the Talkatone phone number. So I'll have it call me, and I'm going to input the 2 digits that we see here on my phone or on your tablet. So you can hear the phone code I just got on my phone.
Thank you. Your code is now active. To record your name and voicemail greeting.
So as you can see, I went ahead and put the 2 digits on my phone or on your tablet or whatever it needs to be done. And at this point, you can just put a PIN number. So let me just make up a fake PIN number. I don't know, 13590. So let's go ahead and input that on here. And you're going to accept. And as you can see, we are getting an error once again. So I'm not quite sure why. So I clicked select a carrier, and I'm just going to select one of these. It doesn't matter which one you pick. I'm going to choose T-Mobile here. And you will see that just read the instructions and what it says on here. So as you can see here, it's asking me to call this particular phone number. So I'm going to do that on the app, Talkatone, in order to get the number verified. And you can see that after I call the exact same phone number as it was being displayed on there, as it was telling us, we see that the account is not successfully fully set up. So at this point, we will go ahead and continue on with the process. So I'm going to go ahead and click on finish, and hopefully the account will be set up on here. So we will see that the account number that was provided to us is here, and what you want to do next is you want to remove the phone number associated with the app Talkatone off the account. So let me show you how to do that next. Alrighty, so what you're going to do is you're going to click on the actual phone number that was provided to you. And then you're going to see the number here, the one from the app itself. So you can actually edit, and once you do that, you have the possibility of removing your phone number. But what we will do first is we will get an actual Google Voice phone number and see what happens this time around. So let's go ahead and search I want a new number, and let's take a look as to what happens. And just as before, we are getting an error just as we were getting before. So I'm gonna click on I want to use my mobile number, and let's take a look at putting the phone number again that we had gathered from Talkatone. And you will see that after I input the number, it's saying that porting is not available on here. So what I'm going to try to do is, assuming that we have been given this phone number here, we're going to see if it's going to let us make a phone call in accordance to what we have here so far. So I'm going to call the same phone number, this number right here, and I'm going to see if it works or not. And of course, another thing you can do is call another number that you might know of just to test it out. So we will see what it does. I will call the number, and I will select. If you select home, I believe what it's going to do, it's going to forward the call to your app, and from your app you have to answer the phone, and then it will call. But if you select Google Hangouts or just Hangouts and click on connect, it will actually connect like this, as you can see here. And it's going to say your call is free. You click OK. And at this point, it's going to call the phone number, and we will see if it connects or not. Alrighty, so as you saw, we were getting an error, so I changed the country to the US. Just make sure you have the correct location for the correct country. So you're going to go ahead and input the phone number in which you are trying to call, and as you can see, I just did that. And we're going to go see if it provides us with the same error telling us that we don't have sufficient credit. So let's take a look as to what it does. And as you can see, it's working completely okay. And I don't know if you can hear my phone, but my phone is actually vibrating, and that's the app on my phone, meaning that the phone call went through successfully. So that pretty much wraps up the entire process of what you need to do. I'm going to hang up on here. So let's say that they answer the phone, and at this point you will be talking to them, right? And so let's go ahead and close this. And as far as removing this number right here, so let's go ahead and take care of that right now before we forget. So we're going to click on the number here, and then you're going to click on delete, and let's actually take a look as to what it does, sorry. So click on edit, and to be honest, it does not matter if this number is left here because it's an app that you're downloading on your phone or on your tablet, I guess you could say. But realistically, you could ask anybody with a phone to download the tablet so you can get the phone number. And once you have that phone number, you can come back in here and use it to, go through the whole process of what I've gone through so far. All right, so here we are. I clicked on the number, and to be honest, I'm actually afraid to click on delete because I'm not sure whether if we remove the number that we are using to forward, whether if that will disconnect this number here. So as I said earlier, this is only a phone number that is being provided to you from an app. And what that means is that you could technically generate as many phone numbers as necessary on Google Voice, and that would allow you the capability of calling as many numbers as you would need necessary. So you would only need to be in charge of basically creating the account already set up, so people can come in and just make phone calls, and they would just follow the instructions where they select, Google Hangouts. They put the number here. They click connect. So let me go ahead and do it really quick again. They click connect. And if it doesn't work for any reason, so let's click on OK here, and you will see that it's going to call. And if it gives you any errors for any sort of reasons, as you see here, you're just going to close that. You click on phone call, and I don't know why the default, I'm not quite sure why it does that. I'm assuming it's just a random thing, but just be sure that you select the US. Put the phone number on there, and once you do that, you will see that it will call successfully, just as we saw earlier, and you're gonna hear the phone number, and you can hear my phone this time since I turn up the volume. And at this point, let's say they answer the phone. So let me answer the phone. Hello?
Hello?
There you go. You can hear my own voice. So that pretty much goes through the whole process. All right, thank you.